Hi, I'm Jordan from Matrak. We're the supply chain tracking software that your client is using to track embodied carbon on their construction project with your help. Now that they've invited you to their project, you will have received a Matrak branded email with a sign-up link. Follow the sign-up prompts and you'll receive another Matrak email with a verification link. After clicking this link, you'll be taken to this sign-in page for the Matrak web browser application. Enter your new login credentials and click the blue sign-in button. The project your client has invited you to will be the first project in the drop-down list. Click the blue Continue button to open the project. You'll be using Matrak to track and share the materials that are ordered, manufactured, shipped, or installed by your business. Your client has set up some templates for the materials they want to know about, and you can see what they're looking for on the Edit Record Types page by clicking here. Check to make sure the information you want to share is listed. For instance, level, width, height, area squared, gross weight, so that it matches how you track these products internally. If you need to add any extra fields, you can use the right click of your mouse to insert a field above or below and select the field type. For example, I want to also add in a number field to capture the net weight that I normally capture in my processes and on my packing list. What I'm doing here is making sure that the information that I'm going to input into Matrak via my packing list matches this template as closely as possible so that the fields are matching one for one. Here's my packing list that my business uses day to day to track materials. You can see that a number of the field headings on this spreadsheet match or closely match the data and the template that my client has set up and that I've now reviewed. Now we're ready to import some data into Matrak. There are two ways we can do this. The first way being to head to the custom reports page and make use of the import function. For a successful data import, there would be some formatting that I would require. This would involve me formatting my business's packing list to go from something like this to look more something like this. To avoid having to format my documents further, I can make use of the Matrak import tool, which is an email workflow. This simply involves sending an email to import@matrak.com, noting the project name in the subject line, and attaching my business packing list. I simply send the email. After a few minutes, I'll receive an email back from Matrak import tool that looks like this. After a maximum of 15 minutes, I'll receive a follow-up email letting me know that my files have been successfully imported with an import summary, and I have the ability also to undo changes if I'd like to review the data and re-import. After a successful email import of my data, if I head back into Matrak and navigate to the custom reports page, I'll be able to see the data from my packing list in Matrak, ready for my client to start calculating embodied carbon. If any of the data that you need to provide for your client can be better provided by one of your suppliers, you can add them to the project as well. Head to the project settings page and select the project directory tab. To invite your supplier, click on the blue invite company button and search for their name. If your supplier is already on the Matrak network, their name will appear as an option and you can select them from the drop-down list. If they're not already a part of the Matrak network, you can invite them to sign up and they will go through the same process that you have at the start of this video. Finally, you'll want to select their project access. If you just require them to make updates on the data that you have added, you can give them write access. If you need them to be editing templates like you have done in this video, you'll want to give them admin access. Decide on the level of project access and click the blue Invite and Configure button to invite your supplier. Finally, you'll want to review the descriptions or fields your supplier can configure, edit, or read on this project. Click on the All Within Materials text and the curtain wall template that you've just set up for your data. From here, you can review each of the fields that you've set up and decide on the level of access that you want to give your supplier. And that wraps up how you and your suppliers can provide live auditable information on your production and supply chain to deliver more value to your clients, while giving you better visibility of your supply chains as well. To see how you can get the most out of this data for your own business, check out the links in the description.